Hey everybody, welcome back to Math's Virgin. I'm Brian, and I've always had options in my whole life.
And I'm Kim, and we are back to two boyfriends.
This episode, it felt like a bridge. It felt like, okay, we had a lot of excitement last week. We're going to get some more coming up. This one, it was a lot of Brion thinking he's better than he is.
Oh, God.
That was kind of it. And then Ashley finally being like, all right, somebody has to start making out here because none of us are any fun.
Yeah, we're all being boring.
It was fucking. I'm bored to death watching the Women's Villa at all times. It's very unfortunate. Before we get into it, what is your non-mass content this week?
Been watching the 4 seasons on Netflix.
How is that?
I like it.
Okay.
The cast is really good. I feel like the dynamics between the characters are really good. I've discovered, like, as much as I love Steve Carell and basically everything he's done, and when he's playing like the goofy nice guy, he's also very good at playing this like villainy character, which he kind of is in this show, which he was in Morning Show. It's like you hate him as a character, but you're like, man, but it's still Steve Carell, like
you can act his ass off.
Yeah. So anyway, the show's great. It's very entertaining. It's 8 episodes. Fun cast. Yeah. I recommend.
I don't know if we discussed or not. Wednesday is date night in our house, which is just takeout and garbage TV. I'm gonna suggest that we watch it tonight because I don't know if my wife is caught up on Summer House. And like I would like to watch Summer House, but I don't know if she's caught up or not. So I'll suggest it and she'll be like, I don't know, and then watch something else, I'm sure. But it's on my list of things to watch. My non-maps content on HBO Max, I think it's through their deal with CNN. I don't know where to find things anymore. Just like I watched it on Max, but it's probably available elsewhere too. There's a documentary series called Breaking the Bird about the rise and fall of Twitter. And it's good. It's real good. Like, I don't tweet. I'd never been on Twitter. It was never something that really appealed to me. But I remember like when it first kind of jumped off and I had friends who were talking about it all the time. I'm like, what are you talking about? That sounds awful. But it's kind of all about how the company came together, what happened when they kind of made it big. And then it ends with Elon taking everything over and just fucking with literally everything. But it's good. It's worth watching. And I think it's like 4 parts. But yeah, it's good.
Now that you're saying this, I remember I watched part of one live in real time on CNN one night.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think it started with like CNN Films. And I'm like, I don't know. Everybody's partnered with everybody. So I don't know where things are anymore. But yes, it's like co-partnership deal. Also, don't forget to go to nifty50apparel.com, buy some t-shirts. Now that we're officially on YouTube, there are some graphics behind me that are available there. And let's get this going. I want to take a quick moment to pat myself on the back because I was partially right about the light. I was like, I thought it was Shantae going in there to like read a book and make everybody jealous. It was Ashley and Danny, but they didn't do anything. They literally just walked inside, so the light went off, and then came back out. And I'm like, well, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I would say we were both right because I was convinced that they did go in there and make out. You were convinced it was somebody just trying to make somebody jealous. So we were both right. But ironically enough, Shantae was against the idea of just making people jealous because she still has hope and love for her boyfriend because she does not yet know what he has done. But,
Wow. I've got a lot of thoughts on their whole situation. But with Ashley in particular, like so much of her reasoning was like, I want to make them feel bad and they did this to us. And I'm like, okay, that's all accurate. But like, it doesn't feel good. Like it doesn't feel right that you're in a jealousy-based relationship. And like clearly this is how you guys have shown some sort of intimacy for one another over the years.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, starting off on that foot, both of them now isn't great. Well, to be fair, she was trying to make Grant jealous. She wasn't doing anything to Danny except making him participate in this jealousy game. Poor Danny. I feel like Logan would have been more down for it because he would have just been like, Ashley. But
poor Logan, this guy.
Yeah.
I feel bad for him.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, he needs to get the fuck up out of here. We also had Case come back, and I don't know how this show works. you can just leave and come back when you want, and I don't understand it.
That was brand new information. I can't recall of a person ever coming back on the course of Temptation Island. Certainly not anyone who has been eliminated or even self-eliminated. Yeah, I don't remember a soul coming back. And I still am unclear as to why he self-eliminated, other than he thought Tayler was just way too into one of the other guys and he didn't want to play the game.
Yeah, I guess. But also odd to me that we had one elimination and then just haven't had more. I'm kind of like, okay, if we're gonna take people out, we should be like reducing the number weekly, not like we're gonna bounce a couple people out here. Don't worry, we're gonna bring in 2 replacements anyway, so like, the numbers aren't gonna change. I don't know how this show functions. They just do bonfires willy-nilly now, like whenever they feel like doing one. I'm just very confused. And I also, when he came back, I didn't feel like he and Tayler had this like super deep connection before he left.
No, I didn't either. So,
No.
I mean, people want to be on reality TV for all kinds of reasons. So maybe he pled his case. Maybe the producers were like, this is a great plot twist. I don't know. But
I don't
back.
understand.
He back.
Yeah, he back. And Tayler, the crowd goes mild. Taylor's like, all right, hey, like, welcome back. And also I'm into like 7 other dudes, but like, you're in there now.
Yeah.
So there's that. Before we get into the couples, I did want to quick talk about these parties that they had. The vibe is still very different at the 2 places. I don't know that either one of these seem like a fun party. At the guys' party, they have a barbecue.
A country barbecue, which
sure.
Okay.
I think all barbecue is pretty country. I don't think of like, Boston as a barbecue city or whatever. Like, it's all pretty country.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, they have their barbecue. We see 2 women, Lady and the Tramp, a sausage. So there was that.
Grant told some terrible dad jokes.
Yes, because Grant he's not fun or cool.
Us guys brought the meat. We need you to just bring the heat. I wanted to die. If I was Natalie in that moment, I'd be full, like my vagina would be full of Sahara.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I would crawl inside myself and just hope to like vanish away. He's not cool. He thinks he's cool.
Oh,
this motherfucker's not cool. They have a tent assembly race in the rain, and I'm like, well, number one, don't race to assemble a tent. You're gonna do it wrong. Something's gonna be missing. You're gonna get inside. It's gonna collapse. Someone's gonna get hit in the head with a pole because Kay did.
Yeah.
But then, like, to do it in the rain, don't set up your tent in the rain.
No,
there's rain inside your tent.
Yeah.
Like, you have no purpose to set the tent up if it's already raining. But yeah, that's supposed to be cool and fun for the men. Barbecue and tent assembly.
Well, Grant also knows how to pitch a tent. So
yeah, because you can't control your erection. So we know you're not a pinch a tent.
I can't get over how dumb he is.
He's dumb. He's dumb, and he thinks he's so fun.
Hot.
At the women's villa, they have a full moon party. I couldn't tell if this was the same night because was it raining on them too or not?
I don't know.
They wore a lot of whites. I would have figured there would have been some kind of a wet t-shirt joke made by somebody.
Maybe they're on an opposite side of the island where it wasn't raining.
Who knows? Clouds be weird that way. But the only thing that I got from this, like, I don't know what a full moon party is unless you're summoning Menel, and like we need the power of the moon to do that.
Yeah.
This was just like a blacklight party. We're all gonna wear white and then put on like neon body paint. And watching Yaman paint Tayler's upper thigh was genuinely erotic. Like, okay, this is hot.
Yeah.
I wish nobody else was there for this though.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really thrilled in that moment. I said, "Yeah, Yaman,
there you go.
Come on."
Then we had bad lap dances. Again,
go paint in the Haven.
Yeah, get out of here and do that in private, and paint the whole vulva.
Let's go.
But
the bad
lap dances. If you can't do a lap dance, don't do a lap dance. And like Ashley wanted a lap dance, and she had 2 men just sit on her lap, and then one dude put his whole ass in her face.
The best part of that for me was when they cut to the confessional of the women, and they were all just clowning those dudes so hard about how bad they were at lap dances. I was like, well, at least these girls know that it's bad too.
They were just like aggressively hip thrusting, and then like, I'm just gonna plop down on you. That's what you want, right? Like, that's not how this is supposed to go at all.
Yeah.
Oh, I felt bad. I felt real
Yeah.
bad for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Let's get into the couples now that we kind of got the group shit out of the way.
Yeah.
Which couple do you want to start with?
I mean, should we just knock out Alexa and Lino since once again they were not in this episode?
I have no fucking notes. I have nothing for them. They weren't there until the bonfire.
Yeah.
They came to the bonfire. We got to see Lino watch Alex learn a little bit of Italian, and that was it. And I'm like, they have no footage to show us.
Nothing, not a thing.
Nothing.
He got like a little in his feelings, but also happy that she chose an Italian man because he's also Italian. But I was like, you two are vastly different people.
Right.
And I don't know that I'm into either, but I feel like Gino, I don't know that he'd be rocking leather pants. So maybe that's a point for him.
Probably not. He probably wouldn't. But I'm just like, if I'm Lino, I'm like, well, this is reassuring. They're not showing her even like touching anybody. Like this is okay. So it's broad daylight and she's getting like a foreign language lesson. Okay, I'm fine. He's still kind of in his feelings a little bit. You can tell when he's watching, he's breathing hard. And I'm like, man, nothing is even happening. Just having a conversation.
Well, and all the women in the villa, there's a conversation between two of the women, and it's basically them going like, yeah, Lino's not into this. He's very much focused on just being loyal to his girlfriend and kind of them just deciding whatever, you know?
Yeah. I'm happy that somebody is. Like, I guess that's neat that somebody's here. Like, well, I'm seriously like not trying to ruin my relationship. Like it's nice. Yeah. Not what I wanted, but here we are. Yeah. Alexa at the bonfire, they have literally nothing. They're showing us footage of Lino talking about how he wants to make a move on Alex. That was like a week ago, before Alex was all in the threesome. I'm just like, he's spoken to no women since then, apparently.
No, I guess not. And what I think is funny, and I do wonder if they're setting Alex up somehow, because she'll see this, right? Alexa's going to see this. She's going to see Lino telling her that he's basically wants to bang her. Like, because he used the word urges too many times. And is saying this to her. And then they're going to see that same girl in a bathroom with Brion with the rhythmic slapping in moments. So
it's about to happen. And I was disappointed that we didn't get to see it, but I'm like, I understand why you leave on a cliffhanger, but yeah, if I'm Alexa, I'm like, okay, no, we're fine. That girl he was talking to doesn't even know his name. Like, we are totally fine here. And that's it.
She does. My only other note is Alexa has incredible hair.
She does.
I was looking at it at the bonfire and I said, dear God, this is gorgeous.
You know, when you see it, I always talk about how Janelle from Teen Mom has unreal hair. And I'm like, it sucks because she's garbage. Like, she's an awful person. But her hair is thick and lustrous, and it's messed up. It doesn't seem right to me. I can't talk. I've been bald since I'm 19, so like I haven't grown hair since Bush was in office. So like it's fine for me. Early
Which
Bush.
one? Which one?
Well, late first term, I think was the first time I shaved. So it's been a very long time for me. At this point, I'm mostly just shaving out of muscle memory. Like a lot of this can't ever grow back in. But I'm like, well, there used to be hair there when I started, so I guess I'll just shave this extended forehead. What couple are we going to go on to next?
Why don't we do Brion and Shantae? Because I really want to get into it about Brion.
I have thoughts. I have questions. I've got problems. So what we see from him, he is now talking about Amaya. Basically because like he wants what he can't have is kind of what I'm getting here. He's all about the chase, which like I also remember being 25. I guess I can sympathize with this, but like this is not the show for you if that's what you're about.
No.
But he's like, oh man, I just really love Amaya. You know, like yeah, the other girls or whatever, but like we have this connection. She is like, this man is gross. Like I don't like him.
She said it a little nicer. She's like, I just want to be fun and flirty with him.
Yeah, that's all it is.
So, you know, that's fine. I also think, and he chose her for a date, maybe. Either way, I think he's focused on her now because she's what the remaining of the 4 women that he eyed for threesomes. So he banged the 2, took the one on the date. So she's just the last one standing, and Yeah.
Yeah. She's last, and she's just kind of like, I like to flirt. That's fine. I don't want him thinking I'm gonna have a threesome with him because like I'm
Good on her.
not. But yeah, he's very much like he's convinced that he can just get whoever, which he literally says later on is I can have any woman that I want. And I'm like, that's not, number one, that's not a cool thing to say. But number two, it's not a cool thing to think.
Yeah.
But he explains his thoughts on threesomes a lot in this episode, and like I don't know what he's saying. I don't get it. He talks first about how like he's always had a lot of options, always had like beautiful women in his DMs, blah blah blah, whatever. And then he's essentially like, well, if I was to go and have sex with like one woman, that'd be a whole lot worse. But like, I think, you know, having threesomes like that doesn't mean anything. That's just me, you know, having like a physical thing. But if I took one of those women that I just had sex with and only had sex with her, boy, Shantae would be really upset.
Well,
just like, what?
Yes, and in some fucked up way, that's kind of Shantae's point about their relationship, in that we are in theory, in a committed relationship. So to me, Shantae, if I'm Shantae, to me, just only having sex with one person at a time and only that person in forever or whatever, that's a committed relationship. That's meaningful. Yes. So like, can we not bring other people in? Can you not bang other people? Yeah. So that's what she's been saying the whole time. So she's been saying the whole time.
Well, and we see him talk to Courtney after this, and like he talks more about it, and I'm like, this makes even less sense now, because now he's basically trying to set it up like, well, the whole relationship in my whole life, I really wanted a threesome. Now I've had one, I don't want him anymore. It's out of my system. I'm like, what are you talking about?
So that's part of what. I mean, I can't say this man's never had a threesome, but also now looking back on how he's talking about this and how much he was pushing for it, it is reflectively starting to feel like a thou doth protest too much situation. In that, has he actually had one before? Or did he have one maybe when he was like 20 and he was drunk and he was like, this is the greatest thing ever. This is what I'm meant to do. And then never had one again, but felt like he needed to talk about it and push for it. And then he finally gets it. And he goes, all right, cool, I'm good. I don't know.
I think there's a lot of things. So in the very beginning, when he was talking about it, I was like, either he's never had one-on-one sex in his life before Shantae, or he had one threesome one time and cannot stop fixating on it. Like those were the two options that I had for him.
Yep.
I think there's a third option now, which is like, oh, I have them regularly, but I think that makes me sound gross. And so I need to act like I've always wanted this thing. Now I got it. And it made me realize how much I love Shantae. I'm just like, because when it was the second it was done, he got in bed and was like, all right, let me think of how to have the next one of these with two other women.
100%.
So it doesn't seem, he didn't regret it in the moment. He wasn't like, oh, well, now I've done it and I can check it off my list and I can be a one-woman man now. He was like, all right, I'm doing this again in 20 seconds.
Do we think there was producer intervention sometime maybe?
And maybe. It's possible. It's possible that somebody's like, hey, man, you're coming off like a huge hunk of shit here. And like, you may want to dial it back some.
Well, and maybe even, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm giving reality TV producers too much credit. If you're a reality producer and you listen to this, sorry, I'm not trying to hate, but
there are national heroes.
But like, maybe they're also to the extent of the women in the house, right? Not that he's unsafe, but it's just, I don't know if he's running through all of them and or planning to. I do wonder if there's just a point where the producers are like, this feels bad for the women choosing to participate in this, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
To be fair, all the women consent to it, right? Like, I'm not, I want to be clear. I'm not saying Brion's forcing anything. I'm not saying he's like a predator. I'm not saying any of that. But if there's this presence looming that there is like an expectation for all kinds of banging, maybe it would make them feel a certain way. I don't know. But
well, it also could just be them like seeing how he moves. Because like if I am, and I can't put myself into a woman's shoes ever, I'm gonna try. It's not gonna go right. But like if I'm a woman in this house and I see him like talk about threesomes nonstop, then he has a threesome with these two women who he basically is like doesn't talk to anymore after that. then I'm like, well, I don't want that. I don't want to be like the next one that he just has sex with and then
Right.
he's on to the next one the next day. Like I don't know if that would necessarily give you the ick, but they'd be kind of like, I don't want to be the next on your list, essentially.
Right.
Which I don't know if the producers need to say anything. It's just like, look at how gross this fucking dude is. Like,
Yeah, totally.
he's fucking gross.
Well, if every girl in the house is thinking now this is not it, then that also changes the course of how things play out on the show too. If none of them want anything to do with them.
I don't know where that's going to wind up, but like this is the first time we also hear him have no hesitation for a moment to say that Shantae is going to take him back.
Oh my God.
There's not a moment where he's like, I don't know, man, like she's going to be really upset. Like I super fucked up. You know, I know that she had trust issues coming into this, and what I did is not going to make her feel better. So like, I really need to figure out how to explain this to her.
Yeah.
He's like, no, she'll be fine with it. Like, she's not going to care. She'll come right back. Like, I'm not even, it hasn't crossed my mind that she might not be okay with this, basically. I'm like, it's going to hurt her, but like, so.
I think she'll understand. She'll come around. It'll be fine. She'll forgive me. He thinks it will better their relationship.
That was crazy. That was an insane thing to say. Like, you have gone from saying, I know this is going to hurt her to see, to this is actually going to be better for our relationship now. He's about to say, like, she probably ought to like buy me a bouquet and a card to thank me for doing this selfless act for the betterment of us.
This level of delusion is truly mind-blowing to me.
Mm-hmm. It is. I often say that somebody has a level of confidence that's foreign to me. This is not confidence that's foreign. This is a level of arrogance that's foreign to me. Where it's just like, my actions don't have consequences. Whatever I do is going to be great. It's wild.
I don't know.
It's wild.
I strive to have the delusion of like a Sonia Morgan because her delusion's harmless. This kind of delusion is not harmless. It harms people.
This is dangerous.
Yeah.
This feels dangerous to me. So we go to the bonfires. We'll do his first.
Yep.
They don't have anything salacious to show him because she's not like talking to other dudes and grinding on men or whatever. So they just have to show her reacting to the light going off.
Yeah.
And like try to make him feel guilty, even though he wasn't the reason the light went off. He did have a threesome that night.
Right.
But like he sees the light goes off and immediately she's crying. And it's like, I know it's him. Like, it's obvious he's over there fucking somebody. Poor Tayler has to come in and console her. And again, he's like, yeah, that sucks to see, but I don't regret it.
Meanwhile,
like, oh my God.
You see all the other dudes, because this is the first day you're actually seeing one of the girlfriends have feelings about what happened, right? Mm-hmm. They thought they knew, and then when they felt it, when the light went on, but they're actually seeing it now, and you can see that they're all like, shit. Like, they started to feel bad. And his response was, that sucks to see. What? He
was probably like half chub and salivating, remembering what happened that night. Like, he's completely not bothered by the fact that she's having an emotional breakdown, thinking about something that he did, not even having any inkling of the fact that he was in there clapping them cheeks times two. And like, again, he's like, yeah, no, it's out of my system now. Like, I did it, and I never want to have a threesome again. And I'm like, why are you fucking lying? Like, why are you lying?
That was his whole thing. That was the whole thing they came. That was what he led with coming into this. I'm sexual. She's not. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he says, I think I can give her a lifetime of happiness. What?
Yeah. And again, just walking away like, well, I can have any woman that I want. Obviously, I'm me, but I want Shantae, so I'll have her, I guess. And she'll just accept this, and she's not going to be upset. I'm just like, what?
He says verbatim, I can do a lot of things, and she would take me back, and it grosses me out.
Yep. He's essentially like, she could walk in on me having sex with somebody else. She's not going to go anywhere. Mm-hmm. Like, she's mine, and I can do whatever I want. And she's never gonna leave. And I'm like, that is a horrible thing to say, but like, obviously that's gonna color the entire way that you are in your relationship with her then. Like, it's I had a buddy in college whose girlfriend was very much this way, where it was just like, he understood that it doesn't really matter what he does as long as he says sorry for it, then she's going to like accept it. It got real dark by the end. Like he was dating her and another girl on her dorm floor who looked identical from behind. Like I could not tell which one was which if I was in the hallway.
Oh God.
And I'm just like, you're gonna fuck up and say the wrong name. You are going to like run up on one thinking it's the other one. This is so risky what you're doing. And it feels like Brion's kind of in the same way. Like I can just do whatever I want. And if I say I'm sorry, then what's she gonna say? Like, I don't accept it. She's not gonna say that. It's messed up. We don't see much of her bonfire.
Right.
It's Marky Mark has like a very deep breath and a sigh before he starts like playing the footage because he's like, I know what this is gonna do to you, and like I feel bad. And right when it starts, the episode ends. So
he tells her, whatever it is, we can handle it. And it's I don't know how this is gonna go. She looks so pretty. Oh, kills me.
Yeah. It's really, really unfortunate where this is gonna wind up for her. Which couple do you want to talk about next?
Why don't we talk Grant and Ashley? Let's get into them.
Okay. So like we said, Ashley was the reason the lights went off. She just went in there and then came back out. And then during the full moon party, she's like, I think we ought to like go into the Haven for real.
Yep.
And they walk off together and they have a shot of Logan like fighting tears, essentially, like biting his tongue to make himself not cry. Yeah, like the girl, I don't know how much he actually likes her versus like he just thinks that she's hot.
Yeah.
But like the girl he wants to hook up with is actively walking away to hook up with some other dude in front of him. That's a bad feeling.
Which is, in theory, in-house bestie. Maybe they're frenemies now.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, it depends on how much he likes her. Because if he doesn't actually like her and just think that she's hot, it's like, okay, well, you're hooking up with him now. I've got time still. Like maybe this will run its course and be my turn. And like, okay. That doesn't bother me as much. Whereas if it's like, oh, I actually like her, and like the girl that I like has feelings for somebody else as my friend, that is a bad feeling.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for him, but it's also the writing's been on the wall for several days, but
it's been a while. And so when the lights go off, was it Brion that just like said, okay, Grant and Natalie, you guys have to go hook up in the Haven for like revenge purposes?
Yeah, pretty much. They start treating this like a game. And so of course Grant is down to, bang in the tent again. He's like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And then they show the competing tents and we have Danny basically spilling his whole heart. Like, I know we've only known each other. You could be my girlfriend. This is so special. Oh. And then we have Grant just getting up in guts. And then we have Logan and Fifi's. And it's just, it's a real masterpiece, editors.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. Danny, I have been where Danny is before. It doesn't work out. Like there was a girl that I made out with one time at Union for like the entire evening. You recall Union.
Yes.
And like I was notorious for blacking out when I drank back in the day. This is when I first started drinking. And I woke up and I'm like, oh, I sent her so many like heartfelt texts about how important she is to me, like pouring my heart out. And I'm like, yeah, she's never gonna talk to me again, and she shouldn't. And like she was just trying to have fun. And here I am being like a full R. Kelly album. Oh God, not R. Kelly. Let's say a Keith Sweat album. Yeah, I'm a full.
And
Keith
now
Sweat
this podcast is canceled. It's been fun, guys.
It sure is.
See you later.
I fucked up. But like that's kind of how this felt to me, and I thought she was gonna be like, "Listen, I like you. This is all too much." Instead, she's like, "Yeah, I like you," and like this is what I want. And I'm like, "Oh no, you are susceptible to a love bomber." It would appear.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's what he's doing, but he might soon, and like it would work if he did.
Oh man.
Now we see her then go talk to Logan, and essentially like he sad sacks his way back into being like in the love triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she likes him, or does she just like the attention of having both of these dudes like shower her with affection?
Maybe that. I don't know, because she keeps going, I'm a good person, I'm not trying to lead anyone on. And it's like, but you are. I don't know. Part of me wants to be like, you're clearly into Danny. Just go with
Yeah.
it. If you have declared yourself single, you're done with Grant. I'm not saying you should jump into another relationship, but I mean, if you're here and you're gonna hang out with somebody, might as well be Danny. But also, maybe she isn't looking to get into a new relationship, and Danny essentially proposing to her night 2 in the tent. She freaked and went, "Well, maybe I should keep talking to Logan." So
It would have that effect on me where I'd be like, oof, this dude is like ready for horse and carriage. And like, I'm just kind of here to hook up, I think, a little bit because now I'm single all of a sudden. So I don't really know where this is going to go, but it felt heavy to me. It felt a lot. So we get the Grant bonfire.
yes.
We see her go into the Haven. This is the time that she goes in with, like, for real, I think, with Danny to go make out or whatever, which I think all they did was make out in there, which, like, y'all are boring the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But this leaves him, like, emotionally wrecked. And I'm like, how?
That's
Sir, how?
he's like shocked.
Yeah. Yeah. He really felt like I can come here and just fuck whoever as much as I want. She won't ever look at another man. And I'm like, well, why did you think that was how this was going to go?
It's super weird because he is just such a douche. He's just a self-important douche. He probably thinks he's God's gift and is like, well, she would never because she has me.
Yeah.
And we see how that in how he talks about her, which she will then see at the bonfire, where it's, he's in this in-betweenness, and I would marry her as long as she needs to put in the effort. She needs to fix all these things about herself. So we see him talk about that. So it's not surprising that he is shocked that she dares to be done with him.
He cannot believe it. And he says he doesn't know if he feels happy that, like, she's having fun or disgusted that she would do this. And I'm like, you can't feel disgusted.
Nope.
You had shower sex days ago with someone else and you keep on doing it with her. So, like, you don't get to feel disgusted that she made out with some dude in a tent. What are you talking about? You did it, like, out of revenge, not even know if that was her in there or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Get out of here.
Exactly. He just sucks. I did like that Mark called him out. He essentially told him, there's a gap between your actions and your words. So thanks, Mark. Good job.
Yeah,
Mark.
he's keeping it real. This dude is not fucking around. Like, he's see something, say something.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that from him as well. At her bonfire, she watches Grant go into the Haven with Natalie. I think that was the first time. Because he was like, well, the Haven's here, we should get into it right away, right?
So,
how that went down. And the editing is delicious because we see Grant talk about how, like, I don't know, like, I still have hope that we'll leave here together, and that, I don't know if she's gonna come around or not. And the women are like full on Real Housewives of Atlanta kiki laughing, like high-fiving each other, like rolling around on the couch. Like, listen to this dumbass think it's just gonna work out.
Yeah. I loved that part because they show him essentially being like, I would marry Ashley if she changes these 10 things about herself. And the girls are just like, what? This is now the second time we've seen him bang the same girl in a different location. Like, this is done, bud. This is a done deal.
He says marriage, and Ashley just turns into Bob from Schitt's Creek. Like, I can't breathe, like holding herself up on something. Because, like, no, we're completely done. And the idea that you think you can carry on this relationship with Natalie ongoing. It's not like, oh, I slipped up one time and now I'm trying to make amends. Like, no, you keep on having sex with her.
Doing it.
And you're like, but she might come around and she might like, you are an idiot. Straight up idiot.
Just so... And then she says exactly what Mark said to him. She's like, his actions don't match his words.
Yep. Word for word. Exact same thing. I'm like, yeah, because they fucking don't.
Can we take a minute for something that she says to Danny earlier on? Because I was dying. She didn't know where Nebraska was.
I mean, I'm not going to shit on Nebraska, but I want to.
Oh, I mean, I kind of was. We're Iowa alums, guys. It's fine. And she said, no one's choosing to live in Nebraska.
I mean, she's not entirely wrong. I mean, look, I what do they say about Lincoln, Nebraska? You find it by driving west till you smell it and north till you step in it. Like it's just you're not missing anything by shitting on Nebraska. And it's like a fun state to shit on because like it's not even like a Montana or like Idaho where it's really pretty. It's just flat. It's just Nebraska.
Right. Yes. I mean, to that point, so is the state of Iowa, but we
got
went to
rivers.
Iowa, so we're committed.
Yeah.
We're committed to
different
the
here.
rivalry. If you're Nebraskan, we don't hate you. We're just committed to the rivalry.
Yeah, no, it just makes me laugh that you guys used to be good at football and think you still are. Like the amount of living in the 90s half jersey era that those fans do makes me very happy. It will never stop making me laugh. And to our Nebraska listeners, I mean, I feel bad, but mostly that you guys went to Nebraska. Let's talk about Tayler and
We
Tayler.
digress.
I can keep on going. I got jokes.
We should just title this one "The Podcast We Got Canceled."
Right? Yeah, I brought up R. Kelly, and now we're just dissing Nebraska. Oh, it's the Big Ten. We can do this to anybody now because you got schools everywhere.
That's right.
UCLA, you're next. All right, so Tayler and Tayler. I really did appreciate Marky Mark's pep talk to Tayler.
Yeah.
Where this is after Case has come back and he pulls her aside and he's like, listen, he was like emotionally bereft. He's choked up.
Yes.
He's like, I don't like the way you talk about yourself.
He had like tears in his eyes, Mark.
Yeah.
Mark.
He was just like, I couldn't sleep all night. Like thinking about how bad you felt about yourself. And I'm like, this is a good host. Because if it's a lot of other hosts, they'd be like, yeah, I know you feel bad. Here's some extra footage of him saying how ugly he thinks you are, just to like top that off.
Yeah,
Make it worse. It was very sweet.
Very sweet. I appreciated that from him. So thanks, Marky Mark. Yeah, and then outside of that, we didn't talk about the pickleball outing.
We didn't, because I ain't got shit to say about
it. Though my only thing is because Olivia was partners with Tayler. She's pretty good. She's pretty good at that pickleball. So good job, Olivia.
Seemed like it. Yeah. Seemed pretty athletic. Yeah. So Tayler essentially like tells the camera, like, hey, it's cool that Case is back. Like I like him. He's fun. There's also like 3 other dudes that I'm also equally interested in. So like I don't want him to feel like him coming back means that he and I are a thing.
Yep.
I don't think that he would think that because I don't think you guys were a thing before he left.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, well, it's almost like, oh, this just complicates things for me.
And they go to the coffee shop and they essentially talk about that, where he says, I'm not trying to pressure you, all of that. Also, that coffee shop must be the one place they're allowed to go on like the non-sanctioned, non-pre-planned dates, which again, this has never happened before. But good on them for having this random coffee shop for them to go to. Anyway, so they have a good conversation. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I don't know because it's weird to me that she's not really zeroing in on anybody. Yeah. Where it's like I've got these 4 guys, I like all 4 of them. They all 4 seem to like me, and so like that's kind of nice.
Yeah,
I'm just like, well, you gotta pick one.
Yeah,
to sort of test the waters with here. I mean, logic would dictate it should be Yaman. They seem the closest.
He also expresses how much he likes her.
Yeah. I don't know what she's holding back from at this point because it can't be that she's like, oh well, I'm holding back because I think Tyler's holding back. Like that's obviously not what's happening.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know why she's still kind of dragging her feet on things, but she just hasn't kind of narrowed it down, I guess, which is odd to me because again, Yaman was touching her upper thigh and she was about to slide off of her chair.
Yeah.
Like it seems like this makes sense to me.
I also feel like the 2 first guys, Chris and is it Cody? I don't know. See, that's how long it's been. I forgot. I think I don't think they actually care anymore. Like she stopped giving them attention, and I haven't seen them come around and try to holla or fight for her or anything to that effect. So I kind of be like, sure, you've taken all of these guys on dates, but I wouldn't say that they're all still invested in you, girl.
No, like before Case came back, it was just that she and Yaman were going to be a thing, essentially.
Right.
And now that Case is back, it's like she and Yaman are going to be a thing, and Case has to watch, essentially.
Yeah.
I don't think that I don't see this going anywhere. If I'm the producer, I'm like, she's already kind of found somebody else, man. Like, you can't come back. I don't know. It's a strange situation.
It's very weird.
So their bonfires.
Yes.
Tyler's first. We see Tayler on her date with Yaman. I trust you. Full moon party painting. He does not seem bothered by any of this at all. Could not care less.
No, doesn't give a shit. He tells Mark that he's inspired by Kay. His response to this is, well, because Mark says if you're not feeling a certain way, maybe that should tell you something. And that's when he's like, yes, I'm inspired by Kay. And then essentially says, I mean, Tayler just nags me about getting a job, but Kay doesn't do that. Yes, because you've been living in a house on an island in a reality television show with this woman for a week. She doesn't give a shit if you have a job because she doesn't have to pay your bills right now, bud. Well, the woman that you've been living with for however long, that you quit your job when you moved in with her, yes, she's allowed to have an opinion about how you're contributing to your joint household.
And honestly, Kay probably assumes you have a job. She's probably not like, why don't you get a job? It's like, oh, of course you work. Everyone works.
Yeah. In her mind, Kay's like, yeah, this man obviously has a job.
Yeah, he's got a job. I'm not even going to ask about it because he has a job. So like, what's the point of asking about it? But like, yeah, that whole interaction where it's like, well, God, I mean, I never want to work again. And I think Kay might be okay with that. I'm just like, that's an insane place to be. Taylor's bonfire, I forgot how annoyed I was by the fake proposal joke. Like, not the joke itself, it's whatever. Like, I dropped down to a knee, whatever. The way that he laughed his ass off as though this is like the funniest thing he's ever said. I'm like,
so stupid.
This is not that funny. We see their kiss after the rose and thorn. And Tayler, she's not fully where Ashley is, where she's like, oh, I just hate Grant's guts and want him to die. Yeah. But she's not really sad anymore. She said she's sad. I didn't see sadness. She looks mad at him. She's like, he gets to be up here just having like big fun. Yeah. And goofing off and being silly and having a fun time. And like, I don't appreciate that in my face.
Right. Yeah. And she even called out, she said, the first day I knew it was going to be her. He pointed her out within 30 seconds. I knew it was going to be her. And I just wish that he could be with me the way that he is with her and he's not. And that sucks.
Yeah. She's like, well, he finally looks happy for the first time in a very long time. And I'm like, God, like that's got to be a harsh realization coming from somebody that already has like self-esteem problems.
Yeah.
To now see the guy that you want to make happy is able to be super happy and like light with somebody else he doesn't even know.
Yep.
That's gotta hurt. So
yeah.
I feel bad for her. I hope she has sex soon though.
I hope she does too. And I hope she never wears that dress with too many patterns again.
It's a lot. There was the white crocheted number. Like this was not in my non-maps content because I'm probably not gonna watch it anymore. I used to love to watch What Not to Wear. That was like my favorite show because Stacy and Clinton were just the mean kids from like every 80s comedy making fun of the nerd. And I'm like, that's fun. Yeah. Just like talking about how shitty their clothes are. And like, what do you buy this at the fucking Goodwill's burlap sack? That was fun for me. They have a new show on Amazon called Wear Whatever the F You Want, which I was like, okay, this is going to be fun. It's going to be the same kind of a thing. It's basically like people that come to them who have not had a chance to curate a style for themselves. And like, this is kind of what I want to look like. And then Stacey and Clinton, like, picking out clothes for them to like try on and put on and feel good. And I'm like, well, you got rid of the best part of What Not to Wear, which is where you guys like trash the people. Like it's always great when they look good at the end, but like, it's more fun when you just get to see you guys be mean.
Yeah.
They need to be mean to Tayler and just put all your clothes on these racks. Here are some trash cans. We're going through all of it.
I agree. Just help a girl out. There's no reason to wear a dress that is see-through and polka dots and roses. She's too pretty for this. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah. It's really unfortunate. It's very sad.
One, I guess we wrap up both bonfires with two new pieces of information. One is the Havens are gone. So
yeah, they were there for a day.
Grant's depressed.
Right.
And now he has to bang on camera again. So that's done. And then they can make a video message. This is something that is season after season. They've been doing this forever, the video message. And somebody always leaves their partner hanging. It's a whole thing. So I'm waiting to see who that is this season.
We should put some bets.
Yeah, actually, let's do that. One season, I will say before we make the bets. One season, the person declined to make a video. It was one of the men declined to make a video because he just wanted to go over to the women's villa and just break up with his girlfriend.
Oh my God!
They let him do it.
Wow!
They let him do it. They let him do it.
I
He didn't do a video. He just went boop 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 boop. Hello, are you here? Great, bye, and then he left.
Bye. You're dumped. I think that I could see Brion not doing the message and Shantae doing one and it being very sad. I could also see Grant doing the message and Ashley not, and that being hilarious.
I think that's what it might be, is Ashley is just not going to bother.
Yeah, I wouldn't if I was her. Like, for what? But I'm certain Shantae will do a message, and I fear it's going to be like, okay, you had your fun. Like, let's work on us now. And I'm just like, it should be like, all your stuff in a box to the left. Like, I don't know why you're going to entertain this, man, but she's going to, I'm afraid.
She is. I think she is. Yeah. And I'm interested to see what Tyler and Taylor's look like to one another. I'm hoping Taylor's is just like, dude, good luck in life.
You're not good for anything. Like, get out of here. Yeah. And I don't know. I'm interested to see where that goes. I am confused why they rigged up all those lights for the Havens to be there for a day. That was odd. Like, you spent a lot of money on that.
I mean, the good news is it took them no time to take down the men's. So
it's true. Yeah. It blew over in a slight breeze. So that's fine. And I feel like Grant was like, hey, can you save me those unwashed sheets, please?
I want to put them on the bed.
Yeah, I want to just wrap myself up in those.
Can't wait.
Gross. Y'all, that is the show. If you like us, subscribe to the show, give us a 5-star rating, and tell your friends to help us grow the show. If you didn't like us, give us a 5-star rating anyway and lie to your friends. Go to nifty50apparel.com, buy some t-shirts. You can also follow us on Instagram at Threads at Mavs Virgin, and join our Facebook group, Mavs Virgin Fan Club. We'll get these jokes off all week. Subscribe to that YouTube. Smash that subscribe button. We got a couple of views, so we had one request. He watched it right away. But yeah, I guess watch us on YouTube. That's all I got. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.